What if you could connect your WordPress website to your email marketing platform, CRM, payment processor, webinar software, spreadsheets, and dozens of other apps, without paying a monthly automation bill? That's exactly what WP Sync is claiming to do. Instead of using platforms like Zapier or other third-party automation tools, WP Sync is designed to run directly inside WordPress and connect the tools you're already using. The sales page currently advertises 150+ app connections, unlimited automations, no task limits, automatic syncing every 5 minutes, and a one-time payment model during the launch offer. But here's the important question. Is WP Sync actually useful, or is this just another marketing product with a huge list of integrations? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what WP Sync is, how it works, its biggest features, who it's actually for, the pros and cons, and finally whether I think it's worth getting. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, what exactly is WP Sync? WP Sync is essentially a WordPress-based automation and integration tool. The basic idea is very simple. You have different tools handling different parts of your business. Maybe Facebook is generating leads. Your WordPress website is collecting information. Your email platform is handling follow-ups. Stripe or PayPal is processing payments. Google Sheets is storing data. And perhaps Slack or another communication platform is notifying your team. Normally, getting all of these platforms to communicate with each other can require an automation service. That's where WP Sync comes in. According to the current sales page, WP Sync works directly inside your WordPress dashboard, so you don't have to manage another separate automation platform. And the company is positioning it as a simpler alternative to recurring automation platforms. The sales page specifically promotes 150+ connected apps, unlimited automations, 0 task limits, and 0 monthly fees under its launch offer. That sounds impressive. But let's look at what you can actually do with it. The concept behind WP Sync is actually pretty straightforward. You basically choose where your information is coming from and where you want that information to go. For example, let's say somebody fills out a lead form on your website. Instead of manually copying that person's information into your email marketing software, you can create an automation that sends the information automatically. Another example. Someone purchases a product through your website. You could potentially trigger actions such as adding that customer to an email list, updating another platform, recording information in Google Sheets, or notifying your team. And this is where automation becomes extremely useful. Because the real value isn't just saving 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there. The real value is eliminating repetitive work from your entire workflow. The sales page says WP Sync can automatically sync data every 5 minutes. So instead of constantly checking platforms, exporting CSV files, downloading leads, uploading them somewhere else, and repeating the same process every day, you can create the workflow once and let it run automatically. That is the basic concept. Now let's talk about one of the biggest selling points. Integrations. WP Sync currently advertises more than 150 connected apps on its sales page. And the range is pretty broad. For email marketing, the page lists platforms such as Aweber, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, ConvertKit, Klaviyo, MailerLite, Brevo, and Go High Level. Then you have sales and payment platforms including WooCommerce, Stripe, PayPal, Shopify, Thrivecart, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, and ClickBank. There are also tools for communication, CRM, spreadsheets, webinars, forms, communities, and productivity. For example, Google Sheets, Slack, Zoom, ManyChat, Calendly, Discord, Telegram, Notion, Airtable, Pipedrive, Kajabi, Teachable, MemberPress, Typeform, and Elementor are among the connections shown on the current sales page. And this is important because integration count by itself doesn't mean much. What matters is whether the apps you personally use are supported. So before buying anything, I would strongly recommend checking the current integration list and making sure the specific platforms in your workflow are available. Because 150 integrations sounds amazing. Now let's look at a practical example. Imagine you're running Facebook lead ads. Someone sees your advertisement. They submit their information. Normally, you might have to export that information, import it into your email marketing software, organize the contact, apply a tag, and then start your follow-up sequence. That's a lot of unnecessary manual work. WP Sync is designed to automate that process. According to its sales page, the workflow can take a lead from Facebook-led ads and send it into an autoresponder, while also potentially sending the information to other connected services. So the workflow becomes something like: lead submits the form. WP Sync receives the information. The lead gets added to your email list. The appropriate tag or workflow can be triggered. And your follow-up begins. That's much more efficient than manually moving data between platforms. And for affiliate marketers, agencies, lead generation businesses, coaches, consultants, and online stores, this type of automation can become extremely valuable. Let's take another example. Imagine you have a WooCommerce store. A customer purchases something. You want that customer information to go into your email marketing platform. You might also want the transaction recorded somewhere else. Maybe you want a notification sent to your team. And perhaps you want the customer added to a specific follow-up campaign. Without automation, you're constantly moving information between systems. With WP Sync, the goal is to connect those systems together so the data moves automatically. The current sales page lists WooCommerce, Stripe, PayPal, Shopify, Thrivecart and several other commerce-related platforms among its integrations. Again, the exact workflow depends on the integrations and triggers available for the platforms you're connecting. But the underlying concept is very powerful. Your website becomes the central hub connecting your business tools. Here's another audience that could potentially benefit from something like WP Sync. Agencies and freelancers. If you're managing multiple WordPress websites for clients, automation can save a huge amount of repetitive work. For example, you could have lead generation systems, CRMs, email platforms, forms and spreadsheets all connected together. Instead of manually managing every little task, you can create standardized workflows. That means fewer repetitive tasks for you and potentially faster response times for your clients. The current offer also states that the launch package works on 3 sites, although you should check the current checkout and licensing terms before purchasing because promotional offers can change. For agencies, the number of supported sites and licensing restrictions are especially important. So don't just look at the headline price. Always check exactly what the license includes. Now let's talk about what I think is one of WP Sync's most interesting selling points. The pricing model. Traditional automation services often charge according to usage. You might pay for a certain number of tasks or operations. As your business grows and you create more automations, your bill can increase. WP Sync is taking a completely different approach. The current sales page promotes a one-time payment with no monthly automation fee and unlimited automations as part of its launch offer. That can be extremely attractive. Because if you're already paying monthly for several software tools, reducing even one recurring bill can make a difference. And if your automations grow over time, having no task meter could become even more valuable. However, there is an important distinction here. No monthly WP Sync fee doesn't mean every connected service is free. You're still responsible for whatever subscriptions, API costs, email marketing plans, payment processing fees, or other charges belong to the external services you're connecting. So don't interpret zero monthly fees as your entire technology stack is free. It's specifically about the WP Sync automation component. Pros. So let's quickly go through the biggest advantages. Pros. Number 1. WordPress based. If you already use WordPress, you don't necessarily need to learn another standalone automation dashboard. WP Sync is designed to operate inside WordPress. Pros. Number 2. Large integration library. With 150 plus advertised connections, there's a good chance many common marketing and business tools are covered. Pros. Number 3. Automation. Once your workflow is configured correctly, repetitive data movement can happen automatically. Pros. Number 4. No task meter. The current offer advertises unlimited automations and zero task limits. Pros. Number 5. One-time payment. For someone who hates recurring software subscriptions, this is probably the biggest attraction. Cons. Now let's be fair. WP Sync isn't automatically perfect just because it has a large integration list. There are some things you should consider. First, integration availability doesn't guarantee every possible action is supported. Two apps might be connected, but you still need to verify that the specific trigger and action you want are available. Second, this is still an automation system. That means you need to configure your workflows correctly. If you build the wrong automation, you can potentially send incorrect data or trigger the wrong action. So don't blindly connect everything and hope for the best. Test your workflows before putting them into production. Third, because WP Sync operates through WordPress, your WordPress hosting environment, security, backups, plugin compatibility, and website performance are things you should take seriously. And finally, the launch offer can change. The current page specifically describes its pricing as a launch special and says the product may move to yearly billing later. So if you're watching this video later, check the current offer rather than assuming today's pricing is permanent. Final verdict. So, what's my final verdict? I think the strongest part of WP Sync is not any individual integration. It's the overall concept. Instead of renting an external automation platform month after month, WP Sync is trying to make WordPress the automation hub for your business. The combination of 150 plus advertised integrations, 5-minute syncing, unlimited automations, and the current one-time payment launch offer makes it an interesting option for people who rely heavily on automation. And if you want to check out WP Sync for yourself, I've put the link below this video. You can click that link, check the current pricing, see the available integrations, and decide whether it fits your workflow. And just so we're completely transparent, that may be an affiliate link, which means I could receive a commission if you purchase through my link, at no additional cost to you. I always recommend checking the current offer and doing your own research before purchasing. If this review helped you understand WP Sync, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to Pranay AI Reviews for more honest reviews of AI tools, software, automation platforms, and online business tools. And turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.